What's up you guys, Westside here, welcome back to the channel. It has kind of been a minute since I'd done one of these behind the scenes, what's up with Westside things. I was going through a lot of things. I got fired from my job, had to start a new career. As you guys know, if you don't, Drone Co, I've been 3D printing and building drones. That's doing way better than I could ever expected, so I'm very thankful for that. I also recently lost my dog of 10 years, and it messed me up for a few days, knocked me out of the mood of wanting to fly, wanting to make videos. Really this whole last year I've kind of haven't made too many videos. I've just been taking care of him. He was essentially paralyzed, and it got rougher and rougher as the days went on, and finally I could just tell it was his time, so I had to make that call. I'm doing a lot better now. I'm keeping busy with work and 3D printing and designing, and now I want to get back into making videos because I really enjoyed that when I did that on the weekly basis. I've been doing live streams lately, and that kind of got me excited again about making videos and sitting down and editing for you guys, because I know that I enjoy it, and you know, maybe some of you guys enjoy my edits. I'm going to try and get out and fly more, but most importantly, if I'm not at least flying, I'm going to at least take you guys along the process of running a drone business, because not many people do that, I don't think. You know, there's a lot of small businesses out there, but I think it just takes so much time and effort to run the business. It's just hard to film it all and explain it all. I'm going to try it because, as if I wasn't busy enough already, let's stack some more stuff on it. Why don't we? Huh? Whoa! Whoa! Let me go! Okay, first of all, I think the last time I checked in with you guys, I had just gotten my dual color Solval SVO2 printer. And since then, I've also upgraded to another printer, a Prusa MK3 with a multi-material 2 unit on it. You can do 5 colors. That thing has changed the game. It has made color changes so easy. It was a lot of tweaking and dialing in the machine to get it really running by itself without intervention. Every once in a while I'll have to do an intervention, but it's been, at least a week since I've had to touch it. It just had been hit and print, and it's been doing my color changes, and it's amazing. So let's take a look at this MK3. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot more 3D printed parts on this thing, which I was kind of iffy about at first, but it seems to be just fine. And here's the little MMU unit. It's essentially a little backpack that changes between 5 different colors. Right now we got a red, white, and blue pattern going on. Look at that thing just working away. Added a couple little mods, a little bit of multicolor in the extruder body. Added this cool little extruder visualizer, and then added a little dead mouse head because you guys know I love dead mouse. But essentially, here's what it'll do. But essentially, it's 5 different colors side by side. This was my first 5 color print that went smoothly. So I keep it, and he watches over my printer. He just hangs out right there. And of course, we got the enders. Groot going. Oh yeah, I haven't told you guys about that. We've been selling planters to local people here in Grand Junction. The Groot heads and wood have been popular.
Groot.
Hey, Groot.
Whoa!
Hey!
You got some acorns on you, kid.
Ever since you got a little sap, you're a total D-hole.
So just to show you guys how busy I am, I think I finished 2 squirts today, 3 the other day. There's a box right here with 12 squirts that I need to do. Yeah, I do have dealer accounts now with Diatone, Caddx, Shendrones, BQE, oh yeah, and TBS. So let's go into exactly how, when, why I got fired. So I was doing cannabis cultivation for 10 years, since in 2010 my first plants were.
What are the flares? Great mother of ganja.
My old boss didn't care about flying in the garden, but what happened was, after I flew in our outdoor, I left there and went to go do a bot challenge, and the GoPro that I used to fly the garden on my Cinewhoop, I had to steal the SD card out of there because I didn't bring one, so I put it in my freestyle quad that I then did the bot challenge with. Ended up getting stuck on a roof. Thought it was DJI. I thought I was cursed with the DJI. Long story short, it wasn't DJI's fault. But let's go back to quad being stuck on the roof. I had gone down the next day, left my number for everybody at the building that I crashed the roof at. And the guy seemed like he was super cool, so I wasn't too worried about it. Went out flying later that day or the next day, and I remember being under the goggles, getting a phone call. And I was like locked in. I was like, oh, I'll call him back or I'll check it later. Ended up never calling that number back. In my head, I think that was the guy calling, and I didn't answer. I wasn't reachable, so what he did was he looked at the footage on the SD card, ended up being the outdoor grow, and in the footage I kind of like go up above our fence and around the building a little bit. You can kind of tell where it's at if you know the town of Grand Junction. It's not that big a town. That was a huge mistake on my part. Very irresponsible. It was a dumb move. This guy ends up tracing down the warehouse that I was working at and knocks on the door and hands my drone to my ex-boss, and my ex-boss calls me kind of mad, saying, how did this guy know where to bring this? And I get it. I get it was a fuck up. I get it. Was it a fireable fuck up? I don't know. I've been with the guy for 6 years, so I figured I would have a little bit more trust with the guy. I don't know. Anyways, I end up getting fired. Messed me up mentally for a good little while. But looking back now, I really think it was the universe putting his hand out, slapping me on the back of the head, saying, do you really want to do this for another 10 years? Because there was a ceiling at the job I was at, and with DroneCo, the only ceiling is the one I give myself. And I'm very determined when I set my mind to something, so I figured, why not just fucking give it a go? Try it out. And you know what? It's working, you guys. It's totally working. I cannot build them fast enough. So I appreciate anybody who's bought one for me. I really appreciate it. You're supporting me and what I want to continue doing, and that's furthering filmmaking in the FPV community. I mean, that's what we're here to do, right? Is make cool videos. So that's been my goal from the start. A lot of people have been hating on the Slam Squirt, saying it's pointless to run them. Look, if you don't like the Slam Squirt or haven't tried it, I don't care if you run the normal ducks or the Slam ducks. Look, I put the files on Thingiverse. It's not like I'm trying to get rich off this thing. I want to share my experience with you guys. I've been flying the Squirt for a couple years now. I flew the Chop Ducks for months before I made them available as a product. I didn't know it was going to work, but I put them on and it clearly made the drone fly better. So, I mean, if you don't want to try them, that's fine. But I'm telling you, they make the Squirt fly better. And a lot of people argue, oh, it's just a prop guard. You can feel the downward force of air made by these ducks. That's why it's super important. I don't use anything but the GemFan 3-blade props. I mean, I've tried the other ones, but these are the only ones that get tight enough in the ducks that I print to make the drone fly the way I want. Sometimes bad things will happen to you in your life, but you have to find the silver lining because it is there. And if you believe you can do something, you can absolutely do it. The only person telling you no is yourself. So if you guys have been on the fence about making a huge life change, just try it. I mean, even if you fail, it's better than no change at all. I feel like when you're not changing, when you're stagnant, life just gets dull and boring. I believe a lot of us have more potential inside of us than we give ourselves credit for. Okay, well, I've been rambling on for quite a minute now. Thanks again for watching, you guys. Westside out.